Welcome back. Welcome back to the Self-Love Archives and Merry Christmas. Sunday this year just happens to fall on Christmas Eve, so this is a very special Christmas Eve episode that my chiropractor is going to kill me for because I should not be sitting on the floor, but I had to have my tree in the background of this video somehow, some way, just for you guys. Get a little festive up in here. I even shoved myself into my Christmas pajamas that definitely don't fit me anymore. And it just so happens to be 4 o'clock in the morning. So, is she crazy? Yes. Is she overdoing it? Yes. Next week, we will be 100% talking about what I will be leaving behind in 2023 and what I'm going to push for in 2024. Sneak peek. It has to do with not overdoing things anymore. Not overwhelming myself. I wanted this Christmas episode to be super fun and almost give us a laugh. The holidays can be such a stressful time, whether that's because of money, because of trying to find the perfect gift, because of spending time with family that you only see at certain times of the year, aka this time of year. And I want to lighten the mood a bit. I want to remind you that we all have our own family issues during the holidays. There is at least one thing, tiny or big, that all of us do not look forward to during the holidays. But I urge you to protect your energy this year. And the best way for you to do that, the quickest way for you to do that, I love this, I learned this in my psychic class, is you cross your legs, kind of almost like Xing out the bad energy. Or my favorite is, I don't actually put my hand up. Sometimes I do if I really feel like I need to push that bad energy away. You put out your hand like a stop sign, like you're telling someone to stop. And every time I do that, every time something bad or I'm starting to feel other people's emotions, if I just put my hand up and do that physical move of stop, while also in my head imagining that bad energy pushing away and leaving my little bubble, because nothing can get into my little bubble unless I allow it to, I feel so much better. So take that with you to Christmas Eve dinner, and I hope that little thing is a little helpful in protecting your energy this holiday season and holiday, because it's the day. It is today. I always scroll TikTok and see so many "Am I the asshole?" So I typed in "Am I the asshole?" Christmas edition on Google, and I picked 3 random ones, and that's what today's episode is going to be about. We're going to talk about if they're really the asshole and all the details with it, and maybe lean into somebody else's problems and forget about ours for just a second. Let's jump into it. Am I the asshole for not doing anything for Christmas this year and making my husband livid? So I'm a stay-at-home mom with 3 kids. My husband works full-time and gets an okay salary, but he's tightened the grip on spending for the past 4 months to be able to save up to go watch the football event overseas. He's literally obsessed with anything to do with football. He says he rarely gets to do what he wants, and so I didn't want to judge him since it's his money. We discussed plans for Christmas, and he told me to handle everything since he won't be back until December 20th. He told me he had to put aside money for Christmas decorations, food, gifts, kids' needs, etc. The money in total was $100. I was completely shocked. I told him $100 for an entire family's Christmas celebration was ridiculously not enough. He shrugged, saying it's all he's got, but I pointed out how he's paying for his friends' and his girlfriend's travels expenses. He told me to just take it, but I said that if he decided to leave me with just $100, then I won't be doing anything for Christmas. We had lots of arguments and couldn't get this resolved. He's in Qatar now. He left a few days ago. Yesterday, while I was cleaning, I found an envelope with the same $100 and a note from him telling me to make it work. This is getting me so angry. This is ridiculous. I sent him a message that I've decided that I won't be doing anything for Christmas with this little money, period. He was livid. He just kept sending an angry message after another, calling me spoiled and telling me to stop expecting to live like I was still living in my parents' house, or to stop trying to rob the kids of enjoying the holidays like the other kids. I haven't replied, but he's livid, saying I'm punishing him for going and trying to guilt him using his own money. I am in utter shock, and I grew up with a stay-at-home mom, and something I very heavily realized when I got older is that if you're making the financial decision that it's easier for someone, a parent, one of the parents, to stay home and take care of the kids and the other to go to work, then that money that that person is making is your money. I get to an extent like wanting to put money to the side to do something for yourself and something that you really have been looking forward to doing. But this is just so clearly like this guy has no sense of what the fuck, like what the fuck does he think $100 is gonna buy? It will literally buy these kids a piece of candy for Christmas. And I don't know what his expectations are. I'm honestly curious to see what the text messages from him say. And if I was his wife, I would leave him. I think she should leave him. I think that's exactly what you should do, because that's ridiculous. I have all the respect in the world for a parent that wants to be a stay-at-home parent, or that, the decision is decided that you want to be a stay-at-home parent. But there is a part of me, actually a huge part of me, that could never and will never be that person who is in this position where I don't personally, individually have my own income coming in. And it's for reasons like this, that financial abuse. We don't like that. You are not the asshole at all. Leave this man, please. Serve him divorce papers and keep the $100. Okay, let's see if number 2 is a little bit juicier. Am I the asshole for getting up from my chair in the middle of Christmas dinner and shouting, "Shut the fuck up" about my body in response to my husband's observation? So ever since I had my son months ago, my husband has started making indirect comments about my body. He never says any hurtful words, but I find his observations, as he calls it, hurtful. For example, he'd see me wearing an old top and say, "Oh, that top used to look good on you, but not anymore though." Oh my God. Or when he looks at my waist and says, "Wow, I didn't know your waist could get this wide." Basically passive stuff that I've tried to ignore till it extended to his friends and family. FYI, this went on for months and months and months. We went to a Christmas celebration at his family's home. My sister-in-law complimented my floral maxi dress, and my husband said, "I agree, it looks nice on you, though I have to admit that your waist could get a little smaller than this." This is, wow. Oh my gosh. What? Awkward silence took over. I was absolutely fuming, and this was my last straw. So I got up from my chair in the middle of dinner and shouted at the top of my lungs, "Shut the fuck up about my body." You go, girl. Yes, yes, yes. He was absolutely speechless as his family stared while some others tried to get me to calm down. But the situation got more tense, and dinner ended up being cut short and my husband storming off to his friend's place to spend the night, upon leaving a very nasty text saying I embarrassed him and made a scene over an observation he made. He called me childish and told me to get therapy for my insecurities instead of verbally abusing him and scarring his family. Scarring his fucking... Oh my gosh. Now I feel like an absolute idiot asshole and like I ruined Christmas for him and everybody over my sensitivity. Am I the asshole? Absolutely not. This man, this husband is literally using the word observations as it's just, he's gaslighting you. Oh my God, you are not an asshole. I would have done the same thing. I can't even imagine myself in these situations. Have you ever been in a situation before where someone has done something or said something to you that was just so ridiculous, like so mean or just so disturbing or so disappointing or bitchy or like everything, all the above, that you just don't even know how to respond? I have way too many of those stories. But this husband is truly the asshole himself. You are not an asshole. There is no reason ever to comment on anyone's body, ever. Ever, 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 ever. I'm just disappointed more so in the family for not sticking up for her. Am I the asshole for not going to my mom's house for Christmas because she doesn't consider my son special? I have a sister, Anne, who is 2 years older than me. Anne is and always has been my mom's favorite. Growing up, my mom got Anne everything she wanted, whether it was new clothes, toys, electronics, her own bedroom. In a 1-bedroom apartment, I slept on the floor in the living room with my mom, etc. What? We were poor, so sometimes my mom would borrow money, take out loans, hustle, or play her luck at gambling to get her what she wanted. But if I were to ask for anything, I always got hit with the next time we don't have the money. I was also denied certain experiences that my sister got to have. For example, I was not allowed to date or go to friends' houses or even walk to the store by myself. My mom rationalized this by saying she treated us differently because of our personalities, with my sister being the diva and me being the quiet one. How does that make any sense? I've come to accept that she loves us differently and have moved on with my life. Honestly, that's good for you. That's a tough thing to move on from. I now have a son of my own, and my sister has 2 kids as well. For Christmas, we all plan to meet at my mom's house. My mom has also enlisted me to help with the preparations, so I've been taking her to the store, setting up the decorations, etc. I was helping her put the final touches on the tree recently and arranging the gifts when I noticed that Anne's kids had a lot more gifts than my son. Specifically, Anne's kids had about 12 gifts apiece, while my son had 3. I made a comment about it and she said that since my son is small, he's 4, he'll outgrow everything fast, both clothes and toys, so she didn't get him much. Can I just say this sounds like a mom who has 2 daughters and one of them is with a man that she loved and the other is not? That's what this sounds like. Do you have the same dad? I have a lot of questions. I let it go, but it still bothered me. My sister's kids are 8 and 6, which means they'll grow up fast too, making her excuse a bit lame. I ended up asking her about it again, and she admitted that it was because Anne's kids are special. She said that they were her heart and soul. I felt hurt by that, but I thought maybe I was being too sensitive. I talked to my husband about it, and he agreed it was hurtful and questioned whether we should even go to my mom's for Christmas. I decided that we won't go and called my mom to tell her. She got mad and said I was childish and needed to get over it because all grandmothers have their picks when it comes to grandchildren. She said she still loves my son and thinks I'll be hurting him by not letting her see him on Christmas. She's told Anne about it and other people vaguely over Facebook. And Anne more or less said it's our problem and she's going to enjoy Christmas either way. I cannot believe how cruel and evil this mother and this daughter is. This is kind of like Cinderella, and except there's just the one evil sister, and this woman writing this is Cinderella. And I just think it's horrible. I know she knows she's not an asshole. It's so tough to be in a situation where your parent or someone that you're spending time with, but most especially your parent, hasn't healed or isn't an adult. There are adult children still living out there, and sometimes those people are our parents. An unhealed adult is an adult child, truly. And honestly, good on her for standing her ground and deciding to not spend Christmas with her mom and her sister. Oh, that's just so yucky. I don't have a better word for it. Like, that is the perfect, it's disappointing, but it is just yuck. Yuck, 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 yuck. Not the asshole at all. You're not an asshole. Oh, this was almost like an adult story time, except we read stories about other people's lives, and none of them were the asshole. Just some asshole family members and husbands. Before I wrap up today's episode, I have something special to share with you. I've mentioned it in the past 2 episodes. I am giving away this huge box of goodies. There are so many different things in here. Pasta, because pasta. A cozy blanket. All of my favorite self-love and self-care items are in this basket. It's essentially my way of giving back to you and thanking you to the moon and back for all of your support for the Self-Love Archives. It's been an absolutely amazing 2023 and an absolutely amazing journey. And I just want to give a little piece of all of the things that I absolutely love and that have helped me on my self-love journey right back to one of you. Make sure you're following me on my socials at the Self-Love Archive on Instagram and at the Self-Love Archives on TikTok to see how you can enter to win this giveaway. That is all I've got for this Christmas episode. I hope you enjoyed. And if you want to hear more, Am I the Assholes? Maybe more Am I the Assholes self-love editions. It's all a self-love journey, honestly. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today. I hope you have a Merry Christmas and a happy holiday, whatever you are celebrating. At the very least, I hope you have a relaxing and chill and merry day. I will see you back here next week, same time, 12 o'clock Eastern time. I love you so much. Merry Christmas.